Of course there's no audio. I should know this by now. There's going to be no audio. I should learn this by now. It always starts with no audio. It's weird. Oh, it's cold tonight. Getting cold. Nothing to do. I'm bored out of my freaking mind tonight. Just, I've got nothing to do for the next 3 weeks because work is closed. And I didn't bother going to town today because it was nonstop raining. I'm out of supplies. I'm going to head out to town and get some supplies. Tomorrow's going to be nice out, so I want to cook something halfway decent. I'm thinking, I don't know what I'm thinking I'm going to make. Probably just throw everything in a pot and boil it with some broth. Raise it for a bit. Make something decent. I have no idea. Like, I'm just sitting here. Not even sitting here, laying here. Just bored out of my damn mind. It rained too much to do anything today. I'm in Ontario, the greater Sudbury area. I'm way up in the woods. Close enough to the highway, though, that I can get to the highway. It's just. Who knows? Always just going on. Day after day after day. Surviving, really. Just, that's all it is, really, is just taking it day after day, surviving. Trying not to lose my mind. It not having other people around. It's weird. Hey Bushcraft, how you doing? Hey Dr. McStuffins. We've got 4 rules here. No sexism, no racism, no homophobia, and just don't be a dick. You managed to violate 2 of those rules with that comment that was held for review. And that is, you're going to go sit in the corner for the next 15 minutes. Hey Bushcraft, so how you doing, man? I'm just here doing nothing. Trying to keep my mind occupied till I'm ready to sleep. I'm gonna get up really early tomorrow and head to town. Yeah, that's exactly what I did. The I can't sleep live streams. My shelter is basically a tent in the middle of the woods. Now it's covered in snow and ice. I'm a person who lives outside 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days, because I have no home. What you would call a hobo or homeless. I'm just stuck. Stuck in a shitty situation. I've got multiple sclerosis. I'm sick. And I have seizures. And I can't afford a room and my meds. So I live in the woods. And I wasn't always an outdoorsy person, really. I was a pampered SOB most of my life. I became an outdoor person. It's amazing how quickly you can become something when you have no other option. Hey, Gluck. I'm just, here chilling on this nice cold night. And at least it's not like negative 30 anymore. It's in the single negative digits instead of, the double negative digits. 35 below, it's like -8 right now. That's tolerable. But there's so much, it's been a really wet day. So out there is all just a sheet of ice. It's pretty bad. I gotta admit. So for now, I'm just trying to plan things out tomorrow. I know I've got to head to town. Probably get up at like 8 in the morning, hitchhike to town, do my shop first. I know I need to get meat. I want meat. I want actual meat. Probably get a couple pork tail or chops and do something like a stew. 40 degrees Celsius. Oh, that's pretty warm. Holy crap. 40 degrees Celsius is blazing hot. Celsius is about -8 here. I've got a rule, Francis. I don't let anyone know where my camp is, and I do not meet people in person. I had a very bad experience with it one time. The dude came with a machete and was like wigging out all night. And that scared the crap out of me from, meeting up with people. It was a whole thing. It was terrifying. Yeah, no, 40 Celsius is balls hot, man. I think that's hot enough to cook an egg on the, throw an egg in a pan, throw it outside, and it'll be cooked in like half an hour. Oh, just chilling tonight. Just chilling in here. Killing some time till I've got to get up. Till I get some sleep. Then get up in the morning and go to town. I'm going to try to do a proper shop. Hello. Oh, I've been doing a lot of reading today on the news with Trump putting in that 25% tariff on Canada. So on Saturday, uh, the different store I went to, Saturday I went to the beer store. I bought myself two nice beers to sit up. So it was Sunday I did that to sit up with the other mods and play a couple games. And anything American has been removed from all the shelves. It's madness. It is madness. And now he's backed out of that 25% tariff bullshit. That he suspended it for a month. Yeah, no, it's kind of amazing. He didn't realize that 60% of the oil that you guys need, since 60% of your fuel comes through and from Canada. I'm kind of bored. That's why I'm streaming and just trying to pass an hour before I can go to sleep, wake up in the morning. I really want to go out and shop, collect some firewood, and do a nice cookout tomorrow. Well, that's the thing. Y'all over in the States don't realize how much comes from Canada. Go, how much you guys import from Canada. A large portion of your food comes from Canada. A lot of the beef, milk, and chicken. Not to mention all the oil and the lumber. It's. I hate to tell you this, but Canada is the one country that we could be completely self sufficient. We've got all the minerals we need, wood we need, and we can grow enough food for the entire country. The blue orange. What are you talking about? Oh, see, I'm thinking. I'm trying to decide what to make tomorrow. I don't know what I want. I'm. I don't feel like going super cheap and just doing chicken hearts, pork tails, and beef liver. I like it. It's just I think I want something a little bit more classy. So I might actually get pork chops, sliced beef, and sausages, and do a boil, a sort of a stew kind of boil with cabbage and other flavoring agents. Hey, Primordial. Why not eat pork? Why not? There's nothing wrong with pork. I like pork. I like pork more than I like chicken. No, 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 no. I actually haven't eaten at all today. I used the last of my supplies yesterday, and the weather was just too shit to walk through the woods, hitchhike to town, and back. It was raining all day, so I'll go tomorrow when the weather's better. Well, the blue orange, I completely disagree with you. Um, if you're talking about American pork, maybe, but up here the pork is raised without antibiotics or steroids or anything like that. They're not allowed to use it. I do not agree with you. Nobody bullied you, man. We all talked to you. You were welcomed. I'm pretty damn sure you were welcomed. Even Moore was offering to help to get you rusted warfare. I've never ate raccoon. I've ate deer and rabbit. Um, Actually, no, I don't. I love pineapple on its own. I could stuff a whole pineapple in my mouth and I'm happy, but I don't like sweet and meat mixed together that much, like fruity sweetness mixed with meat. And I don't care for a Hawaiian pizza that at all. If I'm gonna get a pizza, I'm happy with onions and green pepper, no meat. But I pepperoni's good with it as well. What do you mean I'm OCD? Oh no, some people like it. Some people like pineapple on pizza. I do know how to build animal traps. I taught myself how to build basic snares and traps for pheasants. It's kind of actually funny. Is I actually have a couple pheasant traps up right now. If I get some, when I do the cookout, I will throw a couple pheasants in it. Does it matter if I'm vaccinated or not? I am vaccinated. Does it matter? I also get my flu vaccines every year. Gabriel, tweakers have robbed my camp a bunch of times when I was in Toronto. Not for a long time since I've been up here in Sudbury. I do know how to skin animals. I've never hunted a deer personally, but I've skinned a deer multiple times. They made me do it when I was a kid a lot. Fish, no problem. I can fillet a fish like with my eyes closed, with the worst possible tools. I've skinned a rabbit up here. I didn't enjoy the rabbit; it was too gamey. But yeah, it, it's out of necessity. And if you are going to hunt, you make sure you put none of that animal to waste. Even if you hate the way it tastes, you eat it. I don't have kids. Blue orange. Well, okay, the blue orange. What's going on with you? You seem to be asking kind of really unusual questions. Are you good, bro? I'm just wondering what's up with this line of questioning. It seems like you're trying to lead me into a certain direction, and I'd like to know what's going on. Just get to the point. I'm in Canada. I'd have to have a place to lock it up. Having guns like that, it's not like the States. I would have to have to. I would have to own a gun safe. Oh, Garrow, I know what he's doing. That's why I'm asking him. Usually, when you question a troll that's trying to lead you like that, their whole thing just dies down. But no, there's not many fish, lake fish up here in Canada that I cannot fillet and debone without a problem, even with a crappy knife. Hey, warrior. Yeah, I think I just took the wind out of the blue orange's sails. He's gone. Primordial. There's nothing on this planet that is not edible. You can eat every single last thing on this planet at least once. At least once. And I wouldn't recommend eating a raccoon, though. They probably taste like crap. Ah. What are you trying to lead me towards, the blue orange? What do you want to know? I have no kids. I am alone in this world. It is just me. I am divorced. What else do you want to know? You're asking some really weird shit, man. Oh, welcome, Goblin, as a member. You're freaking awesome. Thank you for joining up. Oh, Devin, you most definitely can eat poison ivy. It's not gonna. I said at least one. You can eat everything at least once. You can eat yellow cake uranium once, but only once. Well, my Charlie horses are kind of different. Um, I can't stand when I'm having it because it's not just the Charlie horse; it's the spasm that's happening. So mine are caused from the MS. My leg starts to like twitch. Um, you ever get an eye twitch like that in the muscle, and then it just doesn't stop, and it turns into a Charlie horse, and it keeps going because the muscles are still twitching and contracting. It's a problem with the brain, not the muscle. I'm not eating today. I ran out of supplies yesterday. I got to go to town tomorrow morning, which I will do. I was gonna go today, but too much rain, so I'll go to town today, tomorrow morning, really early. Do my shop, charge my stuff, come back and cook. I'm trying to debate on what to actually make. Either gonna do mac and cheese, which I've been wanting, or some sort of stew with different kind of meat in it. Like I've been really wanting actual meat and not just organs. Mind you, I still am craving chicken hearts. I like chicken hearts more than I like chicken meat. I'm fine. I can go a day without food, man. It's nothing. As long as I got something to drink like water, I'm good. And I'll go up tomorrow and get something decent. I do a lot of stews because I can make a whole bunch of it at one time and freeze it because it's cold out. I'm living in the woods. It's -8 tonight. Just put it in my storage spot, and it'll be frozen for in an hour or two. And there's meals for a few days. It's none of your business when my birthday is, Orange. That's super duper private information. Oh, actually, that's Garrow. That's what I've been thinking of, doing mac and cheese with some sort of with ground beef. With I'm not gonna make like a bechamel cheese sauce. I don't like that kind of cheese sauce with the roux. Don't like it. I'd probably just go cheap cheese, like some cheese whiz and some mozzarella, and taco seasoning. Like the packages of Old El Paso taco seasoning. Mix some of that in with the beef and have taco mac and cheese. I am a weird son of a bitch. I know this. I am weird. Thank you. Yellow soup. Monzo, I'm gonna look yellow soup up. And I'm divorced. What does it matter? Right now it's 11 p.m. I'm trying my best not to get annoyed by this person. I don't like. Technically, he hasn't done anything wrong. He hasn't broken the rules, but he is starting to annoy me. And I kind of want to just put him on timeout, but I don't want to, Ugh. I don't like the box mac and cheese. The noodles, when they're cooked, I even the Kraft Dinner brand, I find there's like a graininess to the noodles I don't like. So I'll just buy the noodles separately and cook them like that, or even make some fresh pasta. Temps were really oddly warm today. We had a lot of slushy rain and freezing rain. Outside is like a sheet of ice now. I know the shells. Yep, I have. I've got a really simple noodle recipe I might follow though. Like there's a really easy potato-ish pasta. Like 1 cup of flour, a quarter cup of instant mashed potatoes, 2 eggs, mix it in, flatten it out, roll it out, and boil it. It's a really simple pasta dish, but I like the texture of it. It's the texture is texture has like an al dente pasta texture that is comes with a weird creaminess from the mashed potatoes. Not even close to Perry Sound. I'm a couple hours north of Perry Sound. I'm up Sudbury, but I do know Perry Sound very well. I'm gonna try yellow soup out. That's my next goal. I have some flour here. Actually, I'm kind of thinking about trying to get a fire started and make some bannock, some fried bread. I'm happy for you, Ethan. I don't use hand warmers. I keep myself warm. I wear layers. I don't need disposable stuff. I kind of think it's a waste of money to buy something like hand warmers that are disposable. If you wear layers, you don't need it. Favorite band? I like rubber bands. Rubber bands are really useful. But you can also get those steel cordage bands that they're super strong. They're used for towing. Those are awesome. Those are kind of really good bands. But the braided high tension steel carbon fiber mix bands that are used for like like thousands and thousands of pounds of lifting. Those are freaking awesome bands, and I like that kind of band. Hey, he didn't say what kind of band. He didn't mention anything like music. I'm not a big fan of Rush. Not at all. I do like some Metallica. You know, we Blue Orange is on timeout for a bit. When you're acting weird like that, that's gonna happen. To not live outside anymore. A lot is changing right now. The mods, they talk to me extensively and convince me that I've got to accept what they're doing, and they're making a GoFundMe. I'm trying to find a forever place that I can get off of public land, get on some actual land that I'm safe. And that's what the GoFundMe is going to do. It's going to get a trailer and a small plot of land, super cheap lands like 5 grand for life, and internet so I can get a proper full time job working from home, something I can actually do. Like as long as I've got a place, I can have work like that. And there's so many remote jobs that my life would change instantly. But that's the goal, is not to be like this anymore. I'm in Canada, man, and I've got a list of medical problems. Like I can't leave. This is where my meds are. That's why, like they sat me down and talked. Not convinced. They made me realize that yes, it has to happen, and I've accepted the help, and it should be posted probably around February 14th. Around February 14th. Trey, good luck, man. Good luck. The only social media I have is YouTube and Discord. Gabriel, I appreciate that. Well, that's the thing, is the land is super cheap. Like for $5,000, you get a half an acre of land that's all yours. It's leased, yes, but it's a lifetime lease. The only bill you have is $150 every year for property tax. You throw down a few pieces of solar panels so you can charge a couple batteries, because I wouldn't need much power. I'm not going to be powering lights and stuff. I'll be charging a phone and maybe a computer that I can work off of. And a half an acre is a huge plot of land. That is a lot of stuff. You can do some serious growing, like farming, grow a majority of your own food. That's exactly the point. A warm bed in an RV that I would, again, that's why the GoFundMe is that we thought of pretty much everything. It's not just the land I need. It's not just the trailer. I'd also have the solar panels, survival for when I'm first there. I'd have to find a cheap wood burning stove and some tools so I can fit it and winterize the thing so I don't freeze over the winter. Oh, Mark, we're actually going to be doing some cooking tomorrow. And thank you so much for the super. Holy crap, dude. Thank you very much. That's getting a heart. Well, Ethan, the best thing to do is join the Discord. There's a link on the main page, and you can contact me there. That's probably the fastest way. Or even my email is in my YouTube profile. Seriously, thank you very much, Mark. Oh, thank you. But yeah, like Jeremiah and Cornish and more, they did a lot of work. They are the ones who made the making the GoFundMe, and they got me. There's things I have to provide as well, which is being worked on as we speak. And by February 14th, it should be live. I think we're gonna do a cookout probably tomorrow. I like doing those. I don't really listen to rap. Um, it's being set up right now. The mods are they're the ones that got me to accept it, and they're the ones who are setting it up. There by it should be out and launched on February 14th, Valentine's Day. We're also planning a stream that day as well. I'm gonna try to do a super long 10-hour live stream on the 14th. Yeah, no, I've never been big into rap. I don't have an appreciation for rap as an art form. Like I I've never been. Rap is very lyrical. It's all about the lyrics, and I'm more about the instruments. Like it's why I like metal. It's why I like classical. It's why I like orchestrated music. I love the London Symphony Orchestra. I'm more into the musicality of music, not the lyricality. That is awesome, Hussein. We need more people like you. I. It's sad up here in Canada. They eliminated food banks for regular people. Like we don't have food stamps up here, so it's a food bank system. They made it so you have to have an address within a service area of a food bank to use that food bank. So if you don't have an address like me, you can't use them. Yes, gang. It's the I listen to the music from the music, not the lyrics, like the instruments. I That's what really draws me in. It's kind of why I've always liked video games, like the music they choose for fantasy video games. Like what are you talking about? Like the re-release of Final Fantasy VII. It's the music is what pulls you in. the music, it's the instruments. It's more more important than language. Who, me? What are you talking about? Autism? Want to get? What are we talking about? Autism now? So that has been discussed a lot. I do not have not been diagnosed with anything like that, but I do have more than a few autistic traits. I know this. I do like a little bit of jazz. Yeah, actually, I do. Kingdom Hearts was a good game. Actually, it's funny. The what was it? Um, Trying to think of the game's name that I'm thinking about. It had an amazing soundtrack. Heck, even God of War, Kratos, the original God of War, had an amazing soundtrack. AMA means ask me anything. Subdue Light. My favorite console. Well, my first console was well, the first game I ever played was E.T. for the Atari. And that was old when I was young. Like that thing was ancient by the time I tried it. But my first console was Super Nintendo, then N64. My favorite console though would have to be GameCube because my all-time favorite game is on GameCube. It is Skies of Arcadia Legends. Your pirates in the sky. Ah, I love that game. That is the greatest. I still think it's the greatest game ever. It's a classic turn-based JRPG with a twist. It's not just three people standing in a line, which it is most of the time, fighting. It's the mix of that and then the tactical flying naval battles you get into. Like you get a pirate ship that you deck out with weapons and stuff and get into ship battles. That in itself, that made the game amazing. I will look her up, Eric. Oh, Bushcraft. I still so the kind of I really like arcade style fighting games. I used to rock out loud on the original Street Fighter. Then I got the one I was really good at was Marvel versus Capcom, or was it DC versus Capcom? One of the two, where it is a team based arcade 2D fighter game. I rocked that game every day at the. We had one of those machines at my high school, at the convenience store across the street from my high school. Many days I was given $5 every day for lunch. I don't think I bought lunch like 3 out of 5 days. I was putting $5 worth of quarters in that machine playing it. I've tried to play it on my phone. It does not work. My phone isn't powerful enough. I did have a Steam Deck 2023, but I sold it the day I got out here. And that could run GameCube emulators on it without a problem. I was actually playing Skies of Arcadia on it, but I had to sell that thing. There was more important things to, survive. Ethan, I'm old. I'm 36. The other thing I've always had a problem getting into were I couldn't get into military shooters. I liked the Borderlands series shooter games. I liked Resident Evil. I liked Halo. But Call of Duty was just. Ugh. Oh, Bushcraft. They still have the table in the restaurant, too. If okay, you're never going to be in Toronto, but if anybody's in Ontario, there is a restaurant in Toronto across from the Donland subway station called Square Boys. They have the original Pac-Man asteroid table. You sit down and you got the glass on top where you can eat on it, and you can play Pac-Man or asteroids on the original table at Square Boys. And they also have a damn good burger and a great poutine. Well, that would be the plan. I'd get the Steam Deck instead of a laptop. I would get a Steam Deck because you can dock it, hook it up to a monitor, hook mouse, keyboard, everything like that. And it's a laptop, but in a gaming form factor. So I could still be able to, use it as work. I remember Pac-Man pizza. I also remember N64s and McDonald's. Mario Tennis. You remember those kiosks they had? They had like three N64s on each kiosk. They had like two of them, and you'd go play N64 instead of going into the play place. Like you'd play Mario Tennis with two people. Those were the days. Hell, I even remember when McDonald's had pizza in it. Mentally, I'm doing a little bit better. I've still been, up and down, very at a low point, but up and down, up and down. I'm surviving. Yeah, they were like they had this like rod that was connecting him to the machine. Well, Garo, it wouldn't be a laptop; it would be a Steam Deck. Steam Decks are laptops. Um, they are. How do I put this? You spend $700 on a Steam Deck. A $700 Steam Deck is running Linux. It is a laptop. It's what you would pay for. You're with a Steam Deck. You're getting what you'd get. You'd pay $1,400 for equivalent of the Steam Deck for a laptop. And again, you get yourself a splitter, so you plug into the USB. I've had one. I had one while back before I got out here. But you get yourself a splitter that splits into HDMI with a few USB ports and a powered USB port in it. You power that up so the Steam Deck has power. Keyboard, mouse, your HDMI port into a computer screen, and that Steam Deck you're using is as a laptop, as a computer tower, and it is just as powerful as a mid-range gaming PC. Or I even remember I even remember, if you remember Blockbuster Video, you go in there, and at the back where they rented out the games, they had a section where it was all TVs hooked up to different consoles that you could play the games at. That was fun. Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure this one would be fine. You could even set it up with the splitter, so you could, like, if I got a call center job, it has all the USB ports in it. I could set it up so I could work off of the Steam Deck as a laptop and do remote work. I did play Pod Racer. I was never big into racing games, though. I have played it. Uh, for the N64, it was all about. I liked Gauntlet Legends for the N64 and Ocarina of Time. Uh, Another fun. We had one of those computers. When I was growing up, we had a really crappy computer. Well, expensive for the time. I still remember in cereal boxes would they would put CD-ROMs in the cereal boxes as a prize. That's how I got Roller Coaster Tycoon 2 and 1. The greatest games ever. They re-released the original Roller Coaster Tycoon 2 in HD format on Steam for like $3. Still one of the best games ever. They've actually launched. They've actually put it out for cell phone as well. I've got it on my phone. And I like building my own theme park. I am Canadian. Hey, Diablo 2 is one of my all-time favorite games. I love Diablo 2. I wish I could get, again, if I everything's normal tomorrow, I'd get a Steam Deck, get Diablo 2, and I'd get a whole room of people in the Discord playing Diablo 2 together. We get like a max it out, 8 players, do a Diablo 2 run. That'd be so cool. Ontario, yep. Um, Fahrenheit maybe like 11 or 12 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm not quite sure. Close to Sudbury. I'm in the greater Sudbury area. I'm not in a city. I'm in the woods. Crownland, baby. TY guy 23. I know Kitchener. I know Kitchener very well. I lived there for a few years when I was a kid. I went to the primary school until I was like 7 or 8, called Cedar Bray. I went to the Cedar Bray Public School when I was out there until I was like maybe fourth or fifth grade. Yep. 572B Glen Forest is the house I lived in. Also lived in that housing complex called Sunnydale or Sunnyvale. I think it's Sunnydale. But yeah, I know Kitchener. Gabriel, just join the Discord or email me. That's the fastest way we can talk. Yeah, no, but again, Kitchener. I haven't been out Kitchener Waterloo. I was like not even 10 years old when I left. Born in Toronto, then it was there. Then it was back to Toronto. On my main page, there's my email address. If you open up my profile and go to the links, my email address should be there. There's also a link to Discord. Yeah, I want a trailer. I'd love to be a trailer park boy, man. Though those guys are rich, man. You take care. Definitely, definitely. Oh, it's almost midnight now. It's time for me to start packing up and getting some sleep. I've got to be up pretty early in the morning. I want to make it to town for 9 and charge. Got to charge all my stuff. Thanks. Thanks, everybody, for coming to chat with me. I appreciate that, too. You guys take care. I'm going to hit the hay now. It's been fun. It's always been fun. We'll do this again tomorrow. I think we're going to do a cookout tomorrow night, hopefully, because I'm going to get everything I need to do a cookout. You guys have a good one. Night, everybody.